That is fantastic.
And this is the part where I stop and I sing church songs, and I let you know that it is Sunday morning, and it is also Mother's Day. And in looking at my Gucci timepiece, you know what time it is? I think it is time for the Hype Podcast.
Speaking of Mother's Day, I still can't believe Kevin Hart looks exactly like his fucking mother. Exactly.
Monkey see, monkey do, right?
Exactly. This is the Hype Podcast. I'm the host of No Name.
I'm DJ Oh So Fresh.
And we're kicking it with you every single week right here on the Hype. And Oso, what do we got for him today? A fantastic show.
Always a fantastic show, my friend.
Coming up, we got 2 Game 7s in the NBA. We're going to get our predictions in on that. We got some Democratic donors in hot water. And speaking of hot water, McDonald's is slanging hot water all over children. We're going to talk about that. And guns, guns, guns. Guns in LA, my friends. But before we get into all that, and
How are
a bag of Chinamen.
McDonald's is really slanging hot water all over children.
Hey, but before we get into all that, you need to log on to your Facebook. Log on to Facebook.
Can I say phrasing?
Go to facebook.com/the Hype Podcast. Send us a message and tell us what's up. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us how much you love us. Or just give us a call. 503-776-0167. And then we're going to get into all that and a bag of Chinamen.
Hold on. We also have to tell them what our hot topic for today is. The hot topic. If you watch Black Mirror and you saw that episode on social media, you know exactly what we're getting into, but that's happening in real life. Real life social, being graded in a social media style in the way real life, in your real life and the opportunities that you have and everything. That's coming up. But let this motherfucker get back to talking. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Dude,
I'm just a rude black man.
That's what I do. What did I not just fucking say that? I said all that in a bag of Chinamen. That was the best tease you could have ever got, and now you're bringing up Netflix and Black Mirror.
That's
and
racist.
Shit nobody even cares about.
That's racist. That's racist.
How is that? No, racist is me saying Kevin Hart looks exactly like his mother.
No, racist is me saying that and then me saying monkey see, monkey do. That was it. The black guy did the racist thing, so I'm black. I can say that.
Oh, black guys doing black people stuff. That actually reminds me. I took my brother to see not Captain America, Endgame last night. I took him to see Avengers Endgame, and you know what he says at the end of the movie? He goes, "Oh, look, it's the next Blacked America."
Don't give away. No spoilers. No spoilers. Because Larry might be listening.
I don't give a shit, Larry. Your spoiler, your demilitarized zone for spoilers is fucking over. You've had weeks to go see this shit. If you haven't seen it by now, you're shit out of luck, my friend. Shit out of luck.
Hold on. Here's some in-game shit. I listened to this channel on YouTube called No Bullshit, and he was talking about in-game and like all the complaints that they had, because you know the social justice warriors had complaints, and there was a complaint that disabled people will have a hard time seeing in-game because they can't sit through the whole movie. So if you have a bladder problem or anything like that, because the movie is 3 hours long. Just in case you didn't know, the movie is 3 hours long. That's no fucking spoiler, Larry. You know, take your loser ass and see the movie. Why don't you, take your kids and go see the movie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is for the kids. This is for the kids. Tell the kids to go see the movie. But no, there's complaints that the movie is too long, and also that you can't see it with subtitles everywhere you go. And I'm like, well, damn. That's kind of fucked up. I mean, I have nothing against people with disabilities, but shit, if I gotta go to the movie and watch it with fucking subtitles on it, I'm just gonna buy you a copy of the DVD in advance.
I was gonna say, who the fuck is watching that with subtitles anyway?
Well, seriously. Maybe you're hearing impaired. I mean, I understand, and I'm sure they're showing it someplace. But
if you're going to the movies and you're hearing impaired, I want you to bring a fucking interpreter. I want that interpreter
that will fucking have even more.
The whole fucking movie, blip, 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 bam, just everywhere, dude.
I'd rather have fucking subtitles than see somebody fucking signing it up.
I disagree 100%. I want arms flailing. I want fucking emotions just being slung through that fucking theater.
Have you seen it when rappers have fucking interpreters? That's like the funniest shit. Like, you know, like
when rappers have interpreters.
Yeah,
like when they're performing and they have.
Yeah, Eminem. I saw like a picture. Eminem has one.
What the fuck? How does that guy sign that fast?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he knows. I would assume he knows the songs in advance.
Well, naturally. No, I've seen Celine Dion perform with like a sign language interpreter, but that's easy shit.
But how do you enjoy Celine Dion if you do not hear her, or maybe you enjoy her more without hearing her? Once again.
What a fucking conundrum. No, I have no idea. They talk about like deaf people. They talk about
say what? No,
they say deaf people. They say deaf people feel music, but I'm with you. Like if you don't have a solid bass line, if you're just sitting there like listening to Celine Dion sing some Titanic, dude, how do I into that?
I don't know.
Pardon me, if you're just watching Celine Dion because you can't listen to shit.
I like the way she moves her pretty little mouth.
Yeah.
And then I can't hear and I'm in jail.
Yeah. I don't want to know the backstory behind that. But
if I'm in jail, there's a hell of a backstory, right?
Yeah, I do have some exciting news, and
what's that?
I don't know if I told you this already.
No.
I am actually currently in Denver, Colorado, and I am heading to Game 7 here very shortly. So, on that note, oh so fresh, let's get into the 5 minutes of funk.
1, 2, 3, 5.
First up in the sports world today, like we mentioned, there are 2 Game 7s on the docket. First and foremost, Denver versus Portland. And the host winner name is about to be in the house. And you know what? I'm saying Blazers by 7. Taking Game 7, headed home to face Golden State Warriors. Who are you taking in the Philly-Toronto series, Fresh?
I'm going for Toronto. I like Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard looks like a little baby Jordan out there. Even though he was released by Jordan Brand earlier this year because he doesn't know how to talk. I feel bad for Kawhi Leonard. He could be the biggest superstar in the world. He's great, but the motherfucker can't talk to save his fucking life. You know what I'm saying? You think he's a fucking mute. Like, he's the only NBA player that needs a fucking interpreter. The rest of them motherfuckers are out there throwing up goddamn gang signs, and that motherfucker just shoots the ball and goes back. You know what I'm saying? He's the dangerous one. But, you know...
somebody get Kawhi Leonard a sign language interpreter, goddammit.
But I do have to say, the Warriors kicked that ass. Steph Curry came with fucking 30 points to end out the fucking series and fucking take out James the Beard. You ain't seen me here fucking Harden. Hey, suck a dick through that beard, motherfucker. Shit.
Speaking of taking people out, next up in politics, the Democrats can just not catch a break. One of their main Democratic donors, Ed Buck, has reportedly been indicted for the death of 2 male escorts that were found dead in his apartment back in 2017. It's taken them almost 2 years to finally get this guy indicted, and this guy has got a slew of charges going on, dude. From everything from civil rights to sexual assault to assisted suicide, everything. Because they don't know what happened, they just know that 2 male escorts OD'd in his apartment on methamphetamines.
Oh, they OD'd. Okay.
They OD'd. Yeah. Dude, I don't know about you, Fresh, but no escorts are ODing in my van. Okay? None.
I'll tell you like this, man. I don't even let white girls get too drunk. Shit, I ain't waking up next to no dead white girls. They ain't taking 2 years to come find my black ass on that shit. Oh, you next to a dead white girl? Shit, we're gonna put you in jail and fucking figure it out. Ain't no time for a fucking indictment. Black man, dead white girl. I mean, that's all you need to put on the front page. And you know what? Somebody will show up and be like, fucking guilty. Fucking guilty.
Yeah. Next up, in entertainment news, we have the last episode of The Big Bang Theory. Oh, so fresh with a tear in his eye. Tell us about it, my guy.
You know, I gotta say that for The Big Bang, it is some of the most misogynist, stereotypical white guy shit ever. But I keep watching. I mean, it lost its luster years ago. Lots of sex jokes. And it's like the last show on TV with a laugh track. It is fucking crazy. But you know, I mean, first they were geeks, and now they just make fun of being geeks. And come on, you know, over 12 years, don't you think your style changed a little bit? If I saw you 12 years ago, I think you'd look a little bit different than you do now. But
quite possibly. I mean, you never know, dude. You never really know.
But you have to give them the props for resurrecting the career of Blossom. You never thought Blossom would find another place to fucking perform. Whoa.
Hey, dude, she never needed her career resurrected, dude. I would have fucking married into that family in a heartbeat.
Yeah, see, you know, with her, it's, I have to say, the whole deal, the whole Big Bang thing. Hey, I watched it all 12 years, and I'm happy to see it go. You know, it's almost like, you know, a motherfucker, like an old horse. You just want to take it out back and fucking shoot it. The good times are the good times. Right now, you're just suffering in pain because the writing is horrible on there right now.
You're just mad they didn't have a big gangbang. Next up, we have...
I own that. Hold on, I own that porno. Fuck you. Oh, yeah, we got goings on in the PDX.
A warning from an Oregon mother after her daughter drank scalding hot water at the Portland airport. Emily Dolbeer says they got settled in their gate this morning and then went to get breakfast at McDonald's. She asked to have her daughter Lainey's water bottle filled up with water and ice. But when her daughter took a drink, she started screaming because it was scalding hot water. Emily says Lainey has blisters on her lips and chin and neck. She's doing better tonight. The family is celebrating her 4th birthday with her first ever trip to Disneyland.
I got a couple questions. Like, what kind of container was that?
Yeah.
You know, that it was not hot on the outside. And then another question is, how come there's no fucking news report of somebody slapping the shit out of the person at fucking McDonald's for handing my kids some hot ass fucking water?
No, not hot ass water, fucking boiling water.
Boiling hot, scalding water. Like, that's the police report that should be out there. How I jumped over the counter and I whooped that motherfucker's ass. Like, really? My 4-year-old daughter on her way to Disneyland for her birthday and you burned her fucking face? Dude, I am going upside your head with a fucking chicken McNugget over that shit. Shit, let's see how your hand looks after I dip it in the deep fryer next to some fucking hash browns. Hell yeah, we getting on that fucking gangster shit. We blowing shit up.
You think that's crazy? You're not gonna believe this. Last but not least, now that's news. Over 1,000 guns were confiscated from a Los Angeles mansion just down the street from the Playboy Mansion.
Holmby Hills, one of the most affluent
Check it out.
Holmby Hills, one of the most affluent neighborhoods in Los Angeles, the Playboy Mansion just down the street. And the ATF and LAPD are now investigating that huge stockpile that you talked about in the multi-million-dollar home right behind us here. In fact, one of the LAPD lieutenants said that this is more weaponry that he's seen in one place in his 31-year career. They found ammunition, guns, rifles, some dating as far back as the Civil War, some 50 years old, many customized. A search warrant was issued after somebody tipped off law enforcement that there was someone manufacturing and selling guns from inside the home. Police say they found at least 1,000 weapons inside. Overnight, police have named that suspect Gerard Damian Science of Los Angeles. We do know that he will face charges of unlawfully selling weapons and could face other local and federal charges as well.
See, here, I'm going to hit this bell one more time because you know what? Motherfuckers always say, not in my neighborhood. You know, rich motherfuckers be like, oh, not in my neighborhood. You know what? I could park my car on the line if you're going to have 1,000 fucking guns. Like, what the fuck's up with that?
I really just want to know what the fuck you were going to do with a Civil War gun. I mean, clearly this man wasn't selling, he wasn't arms trafficking to, like, gang members and militia specifically. He was literally like, hey, man, you want this collector's item? Cool, I can hook you up with that, too.
Gangbangers will use anything.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you're talking about people who point the gun sideways to shoot it. Use a little bit of fucking anything. I don't count on gangbangers to be arms experts. If you happen to be a gangbanger and listen to the show, hey, number one, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for making the choice to be enlightened, because this doesn't seem like a show that a gangbanger would fucking listen to. So I would like to
take a moment just to thank them for stopping the gangbanging for a half an hour and listen to the Hype podcast.
Yeah, this is for you. This is for you. I know. Once it's over, you're gonna be like,
"Oh my God, I will fuck you up, Angela."
So thank you for making a truce with the other side just for a moment to enjoy the Hype podcast. And I'm gonna take a moment and give a shout out to our sponsor, Fortress Property Management, because you know what?
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Because we run shit. Because we hey, shh. You're not supposed to use bad words in the ad. But we fuck with Fortress. They're on point. Hey, if you need to get your property management needs taken care of, that's even if you are a property owner or your potential tenant, you can hit them up. Fortress Property Management. They're on the second page of the sheet. It's 503-752-8519. Ask for Aaron. ERIN. Ask for Aaron. He will be glad to help you find your way to a new home.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the 5 minutes of funk and a little promo punch for our buddies over there at Fortress Property Management.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So what's up with you this week, man? You said you're in Denver,
Yeah, I'm back in Denver. I had a little bit. We'll call it the loop-de-loop adventure. I ended up in Denver after 5 days off, and then ventured up to Idaho to drop off some freight, and then from Idaho back down to Denver. So it was kind of just fate, but I landed here on this here Sunday, where Game 7 is going down.
That's what the Pilgrim said too.
For that. Say what?
That's what the Pilgrim said. It was just fate that I landed here, or those what Columbus said.
No, actually, people landed here because they heard about the fucking Donner Party and said, "Nah, we're not going up over any of those fucking paths."
And there's gold in there, and there's supposed to be gold up there. I mean, you're a mile high. Are you really a mile high?
Oh yeah, no, it's there's several cities up here that are well over a mile over sea level. I was actually going to look that up this morning, and I forgot to, but thank you for reminding me. After the show, I want to look up the highest elevation in Denver, Colorado, or in Colorado.
Because you had to do this goddamn show.
Hey, but let me tell you this. I am happy to be in a land where I can do a podcast, where I can submit my hard work to the internet without being scrutinized and without being restricted. Because this shit going on in China.
It feels like the Big Bang Theory right now. Hold on, I gotta get another Big Bang moment. Because this guy said hard work.
Dude, I'm telling you, this show is fucking hard work. And if we were in China right now, our social fucking credit would be so low they wouldn't even allow us to post it. Guaranteed.
Well, let's hop in the Hype podcast mobile and let's take a trip to China.
Take a step. Take me on an adventure. Let's go fresh.
Now in China, things are a little bit, they're different there. You know that people in China, their internet is limited, and a lot of them really don't give a fucking fuck. They don't have as much privacy as we do, and they just don't give a fucking fuck. And also, they
got a new system going on right now. What is it?
I'd also like to tell you in China, before you go on to their new system, that in China, it's the number one place where they sell Buick automobiles. Just to let you know. Just in case your grandma and grandpa were looking for a fucking Buick, go over there. They have them in China. Of plenty.
They got more old school gangsters than the whole world.
So there was an episode of Black Mirror last year where it was constructed around social media, and this girl was trying to up her social status. She was on a Facebook or Instagram type site, and everyone she came into contact with graded her, and her social status went up and down by how everyone graded her. And she had to have a certain amount of social status to get into this apartment complex. And she actually lost all of her social status trying to maintain her social status. So,
dude, we got that same system here. It's called driving for Lyft.
It is very true. It is very true. But things are a little bit different in China.
In China, they've already gotten started, using their own formula to give everyone a rating. It's all part of the Chinese government's new social credit system. By 2020, its 1.3 billion residents will be part of a national database and given a rating to reflect their trustworthiness, based on everything from how well they comply with social norms and rules to their financial history and even minor traffic violations. That number will affect everything from how freely someone is able to travel, whether they'll qualify for loans, and even where they can send their kids to school. It's the next level in the country's quest for ultimate surveillance, and 12 million people have already been banned from domestic travel since trials of the program first launched for what the government is calling bad behavior.
So if the government doesn't agree with the way you move, and you're reported to be just rude and an asshole, your social status will go down. I mean, here in America, you know, it's all about capitalism, and money makes all that shit happen for you. But I
have a question.
Yes. In the back of the class.
Yeah. In this new system, if you're in a restaurant and you gotta go number 2. If you destroy that bathroom, does your social status go down?
I don't see that on there. I do have a list of the rules because I did the prep. So
see, hard work, my friend, hard work.
So like she mentioned in the piece that they can ban you from traveling. So if you're a bad passenger, then they can say that you can't even take a train. But that's just one of the few things they can do. I mean, one of the few reasons they can keep you from traveling.
Wait a minute. Hang on. So,
and you're rated by the government.
If I'm a bad passenger on the train, then I can't get on another train. Or what happens if I get a parking ticket? Does that keep me from getting on a train?
Well, all your pluses and minuses are. All your pluses and minuses. This motherfucker Junior walked in here and fucking scared the shit out of me. He nigga hear me fucking. Ooh, watch my mouth there. Motherfucker heard me fucking talking up in here. Shit. Well, motherfucker, make sure I see him. I see you. Shit. All right.
It's not like we do a show every fucking Sunday.
Yeah, okay? Not like we do a show. Don't do a show every Friday. This motherfucker bust in. It's not video. Nobody sees you.
So let me get this straight. I get a set number of points. We'll say I have 100 points.
Hold on. Okay? Well, Stephen Colbert came up with a great way to break this down. So here we go.
If you thought the way Facebook tracks you was scary, it's got nothing on the Chinese government, which just unveiled a system of monitoring and grading every citizen's behavior. In one city, it assigned 1,000 points to each of the 740,000 residents. Get a traffic ticket, lose 5 points. Earn a city-level award, such as committing a heroic act, and your score gets boosted by 30 points. Well, that's just going to make people set up their own heroic acts.
So, I mean, I'm sitting there like, well, what if I was fucking Captain America? I'd have a shitload of points.
You mean Captain China?
Captain China.
yeah, there you go. Captain Hong Kong.
Because in China they'll do a knockoff of fucking anything.
Oh fuck yeah, they will. So, wow.
Let me give the things that they can do to you for not living up to the social standard. Number one, they can throttle. I mean, number one, they can stop you from traveling. Number two, they can throttle your internet speeds. Hey, you remember how shitty dial-up was? Hey, you don't have to remember anymore because you're a fuck up. And now, boop, 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 you have mail. So they can ban your kids from going to the best schools. So back in July, the Chinese university denied an incoming student his spot because his father had a bad social credit score.
What the fuck?
Now, if it was on bad credit scores, nobody named Aisha or Jamal would ever go to college. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. See, I have to say shit like that about black people. So when I say fucked up shit around white people, it balances out so I can say I'm an equal opportunity offender. Anyway, go ahead.
Why don't they just bring back like public shaming?
We're not there yet. We're not there yet, my friend.
What do you mean we're not there yet?
No, we're not there. I'm gonna run down the line in order because that's coming back too. Oh yeah, just like Justin brought sexy back. Yes, social shaming is coming back because all of this is pretty much social shaming. I mean, public shaming because number 4, they can stop you from getting a good job. Like they can run a check and be like, hey, your score. Hey, you're qualified, man. You have the best education, A, B, C, D. I mean, shit, feels like being fucking black. Oh, one more time. But here's where
if my score is below 600, I can't get a good job.
Yeah, I'm not for sure what I wasn't able to find out what the exact scoring system is on it, but they can also stop you. They can stop you from taking vacations. They can stop you from getting into certain hotels. But if you're doing well, then you can end up not even have to pay a deposit on your hotel. I mean, you get all sorts of perks for doing well. So
damn.
Here's where this is gonna hurt a lot of people because I know we have a lot of listeners in Portland. And I know you motherfuckers are all into your fucking pets and fucking PETA and fucking the Humane Society, and they're still killing dogs every week. Just so you know. They're still killing dogs, but you can get your dog taken away.
Shut the fuck up.
Because your social status, because you got bad social points. Dude, yes, you shouldn't have put that ugly ass picture of you drunk on Instagram because you got knocked the fuck down and they took your dog. So here's how it works. Pet owners get points deducted if the dog is walked without a leash or causes a public disturbance.
Jesus Christ.
So if that motherfucker is barking, he can keep you. You might not be able to travel or have a dog because you happen to you got yourself a fucking Jack Russell Terrier or some fucking piece of shit dog that barks all the goddamn time.
Now, define a public disturbance. I mean, dogs get put down if they bite people here in the States, but I mean, what if you get a yappy dog? Like you're saying. A public
disturbance to me is your dog wiping his ass on my grass. You're losing credits on that.
Yeah. My dog poops in Oh So Fresh's lawn in China. Is that a public disturbance? Do I lose social cred for that?
I don't know. I might have to report you. I mean, especially, especially because, you've been my neighbor for 20 years. I never liked you. Now they got me away from me to send you fucking credits over. Oh yeah, I can just put me on a fucking list. Yeah. I think that would officially be called snitching, because if you go to paperwork, you go through paperwork to get somebody fucked up because their dog shitting on your lawn, that's snitching. If a murder is committed in your neighborhood and you saw who did it and you need justice, I don't consider that snitching. But you telling on my dog shitting on your lawn, that's some fucking snitching. And snitches like you will get fucking stitches. Hell yeah.
Well, I will tell you this article that you're looking at, I just pulled it up, and it goes on to say that people can be rewarded for snitching. That can be a good civic duty. So if my dog shits in your lawn and you report me, you might go get 10 points applied to your credit score. How fucked up is that?
Hell yeah, because I got to have something to redeem me for that public masturbation. Hey, hell yeah. I mean, Beijing is a lonely place.
So I'm almost afraid to ask, what did you learn today?
Me? Well, this week I learned that, you know what? Subway is a great place to go to. Since they got rid of the child molester and everything, I'm finding that the cold cut combo and other subs that they have other 6-inch subs they have are good and they are a good value. This is not endorsed by Subway, but I'd also like to tell you your Subway sandwiches is only as healthy for you as you make it. So if you get extra mayo and all sorts of other bullshit on there and no lettuce and no tomatoes and no other vegetables, then that shit's just as bad as eating a fucking burger. But if you're a good health conscious motherfucker, get that lettuce on there. Stay away from the salt and pepper. And make sure you get the baked chips. And that's what I learned this week. That Subway is a great place to go, and it is so much better without the molester. Thank you very much. What did you learn this week?
I learned that whether I'm in town or not, Junior has no regard for the Hype Podcast.
I did learn that he gives no fucking fucks. He walked in here, he's scared to fucking shit. He's scared to shit out of me.
Walks right the fuck back out.
I'm just up in here doing a fucking radio show. It's like, how do you need what do you need my attention for? You broke my concentration. Shit. I mean,
well, you already know, so it is about that time to go. We're about to get out of here, catch these Game 7s, and root on the Portland Trail Blazers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Hype Podcast. I am the host with no name.
I'm DJ Oh So Fresh.
We're kicking it with you every single week right here on the Hype. Don't forget to check out our friends over at Fortress Property Management. What's that phone number again, Oso?
That phone number is 503-752-8519. That is the best place to go, especially if you're a property manager, not a property manager, if you're a property owner and you're looking for great property management, something that's a cut above, because their motto is to win on wonderful. And if you want your property to be wonderful, bam, there you go. Now, if you want to win on wonderful when it comes to your living situation, say maybe your property management isn't the best right now, then hey, why don't you just get an upgrade? Hit up Fortress. Once again, that's 503-752-8519. Check them out every Friday at noon Pacific time for Fortress Friday. Oh, wow. I hit that so close to the end. It was like, I don't have shit else to say. You know, I got plenty else to say. You know, they found 1,000 fucking guns. You know who lives in that fucking neighborhood? Aaron Spelling. You know who that is? Creator of 90210, Charlie's Angels, all that shit. Jay-Z and Beyonce live over there in the Playboy Mansion. Why you need 1,000 guns at the fucking Playboy Mansion? Why didn't they find like a fucking 1,000 rubbers? But I guess the rubbers aren't illegal. Feels like it in California. Did you hear about Coachella? Everybody caught the herps down there. So I guess rubbers are illegal down there in California. That's how it is in California. Hell yeah. But me with 1,000 guns?
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
That would make me the goddamn captain. This is DJ
California, the state of all guns and no rubbers.
All guns, no rubbers. That's how we're getting it in, buddy. Hell yeah.
Pew pew.
Ooh. Oh, I don't have a gun sound.
Pew pew. Pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew. That sounds so fucking lame. I can get the fuck out of here. Hey, that's the host with no name. I'm DJ Oh So Fresh. There's no podcast after this podcast. And let me tell you something. Here's a spoiler. It's just like in-game. There's no fucking after credit scene on this motherfucker. This is just what the show is. It just gets worse from here. Fuck. It's time to go.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yes, it does just get worse and worse and worse.